Final thing, the part aspect of this is I wonder if by knowing your own being, you can literally become free from the hypersensitivity, the traumatized state, and the inevitable reactivity and dysfunction that goes with it. Is that clear enough?
Yes, yes, yes. Cameron, it's quite possible that the residues from this trauma will never completely dissolve, and they don't need to. And it's more realistic to realize that, as I know you do, because then you're not expecting them to be erased. These traumas are so deeply etched into the mind and the body that they aren't ever erased, but they don't need to be. They don't prevent you from being in touch with the piece of your true nature, although they may from time to time reemerge so strongly that they temporarily obscure it, and then they subside, and you're able to touch the piece of your true nature. So that's the first thing. They don't necessarily go, nor do they have to go. And in terms of your life, and it sounds as if you have done and are doing this very well, you need to build a life around you that contains you and in which you are able to function given your challenges, rather than thinking I should be free of the residues of this trauma and lead what I consider to be a total normal life. Not that we actually know what a completely normal life would look like, but we measure our own dysfunction against an imagined normality. And in your case, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even label it dysfunction. It's just the behavior that you learned over the years in order to cope with the intensity of the trauma you experienced. And that is just the configuration of your body-mind. It's not going to change. And you need to provide yourself with circumstances, as you obviously have done, in which you can function without falling apart. So, and it sounds to me like you have done that and you are doing that. But no, but this trauma needn't prevent you from being in touch with this background of peace. It may sometimes emerge and overwhelm you, or seem to overwhelm the background of peace, but then it subsides and you can go back to it.
Okay, so I think I understand what you're saying. So it's not like that will make, because I managed to get this far. I'm not homeless,
Yeah.
and I'm not locked up. And I say that quite seriously. That much of my life, I certainly could have been. It's taken all my, a tremendous, enormous focus not to end up, broke, homeless, and in a psychiatric hospital. So my need is to function at a higher level than I do currently. I've managed just about, but everything's it's definitely improving, but it's taken an enormous amount of work. So I guess I thought maybe this type of work, as alongside loads of other things that I have done and had to do to get this far, I wondered if it would stabilise me, essentially, enough to function at least, to have a, because my housing is pretty good, but it's unstable, essentially. My work is essentially unstable. My health is unstable. So that's not particularly helpful. I've managed, but it's not...
Cameron, is there anything in your life that is stable?
Yes.
Okay. Is it anything positive in your life that is stable?
Yes.
Okay, good.
It relates to my intention and work, and this essentially, whatever forms they've taken till now, is my determination not to go into the abyss with the rest of the family, and not to and to bring whatever from that journey of immense darkness into the light and live it, and maybe, you know,
Yes.
it can work for somebody
Yes.
else. Or,
Yes. When I asked you if there was something stable in your life, I understand that this deep intention you have is strong and stable. What I was really meaning, is there anything, is there something physical in your, if there is circumstance, a person, and if there isn't, given that your intention is your intention to explore what we do here, given that that is your it gives you some, it is your psychological stability, I would encourage you to make this group of friends your stability, to make this, to have something. You need something, not just an inner intention, you need something to anchor yourself in the world, a home, a job, a companion. But if you don't have those things, and it sounds that all of those things are unstable in your life, there's something you want to reach out to in your outer life. I know you have this love of truth is your inner stability, and that's credit to you, absolutely beautiful that you have this so strongly. But then you want something in the outside world that's a mirror of this stability. And I would encourage you to make good use of the friendships, of the people you make here, and to keep coming back. And if finances are ever a problem, just speak to Ruth, and we'll take care of that. Don't worry about that. Just so that there's something outwardly that you know that this is stable. They're always there for me. They're not going to judge me. They love me. They're the one stable thing in my outer life amidst all this darkness and chaos and dysfunction and instability. And I think the combination of this, the stability of this group of friends and your inner love of truth, I think slowly, you would find that the other areas of your life would begin to steady up, to reflect some stability. You'd begin to find in your work life, in your home life, in your relationship life, that the steadiness would begin to spread into other areas of your life. And I say that, and I'm absolutely certain that I speak on behalf of everyone when I say that.
Thank you. I really appreciate your words very much.
Well, credit to you, Cameron. You've obviously come from a very dark, difficult past, and the fact that you're here, the fact that you're able to speak about it and share it with us, and to explore these matters with us is a great testament to your strength of character and your love of truth. It's beautiful. It's an inspiration.
Thank you.